The other day I came out here and my mailbox had finally given up the ghost. Last couple of times that it was starting to lean, I repaired it with grate foam. Bad choice because it expands. And as it gets wider at the top, there's just nothing holding you vertical. So we moved into this house about 20 years ago, and I've repaired this a lot of times. The door came off one time and I used the same rivets from my Proton pack to repair that. Then it got kind of warped and it wouldn't stay shut, so that's a craft magnet that I put in there to help keep it shut. I've repainted it, but this most recent fall actually knocked out all the screws that were right here holding the metal onto the wooden base. So the irony was, the items that were in here was something that I lost 20 years ago when we moved into this house, and I had finally decided to replace after just giving up. I thought, well, maybe if I buy them again, then they'll show up. So there was the package, and the mailbox that had been here for 20 years was now giving up its ghost. So I wonder if the previous resident's last name might have been Crow. I've shot a few YouTube videos with this thing over the years. I had to do some sleight of hand editing to make this box look like it was the one at my parents' house in 1978, because their mailbox now looks very different. So I had to splice my front yard and their front yard together for a clip in a Toyaholic video. So I walk out to the mailbox and I see this package has arrived, and it's too big to fit inside the mailbox. So it's sticking out by a couple of inches. And sure enough, when I got it inside, I discovered, to my chagrin, that it had soaked completely through the cardboard mailer box. One time I put the camera inside the mailbox so that I would have a POV of the package's point of view when I was coming out there to get it. Oh goody. Excellent. And I feel like it might be visible in a video where I was out there on the curb testing Egon's counting, rolling thing. I forget the term for it. But usually I try to hide the house number when I'm out there near it, so chances are you didn't ever get a full shot of it. So I'm probably gonna move the new one slightly to one side, since that one's got the big hole and it's got like an anthill formed under that grate foam and everything. So it's time to go to Lowe's and buy a new mailbox. But hey, let's do something I've never ever had the chance to do before. Let's drive completely over that spot. Vroom vroom, here we go. So, I bought another silver one, or galvanized steel gray. I got a galvanized steel in-ground mailbox post, and I got a bag of Quikrete that you're supposed to be able to set posts without mixing. Now, had I just bought this years ago instead of using the grate foam, that would have been a better solution. As it is, it's now cost me more money in the long run, but as I say, I did get 20 years of service out of this thing, considering it came with the house when we moved here. And a couple hours later, this is what it looks like. So I did not relocate it. I reasoned that the loose dirt where this one came up was going to be easier to work with than the packed dirt elsewhere. So I just dug deep, deep, deep into that same spot, filled it up with the Quikrete, and then poured water on it and let it set. Of course, I leveled it with the rest of the shaft in place. Then, while that was drying for 40 minutes, plus we gave it a little extra time, I went inside and assembled those pieces So it should, let's see if I can fill my shadow. It may not be a one-handed thing, but I'll give it a shot. And I marked it on the back so I would know which end was the rear when I assembled that to it. So there we go. There is the new mailbox. Before I put the numbers on it anyway. Thank you for watching.